Yo, what's going on, y'all? What up, world? What up, YouTube? Wherever you listen to your podcast, you're listening right now. Welcome to episode 14, the BMF Reverberation podcast on the Confidence in the Klutch network. BMF. Getting right into it, what we know so far. Let me get my beat rolling. All right. Episode 201. Meech is by himself, no T. Meech is a buyer and needs K9 to plug him. T is trying to do the right thing. LaWanda and T, Junior return. Lucille and Charles have issues. The family business is slow to make money. Coach Brian switched out the gun for B. Mick. Has a new partner, Detective Jen, and is pressing B. Mickey for information on Meech. T is head over heels over Markeisha, insurance agent. Meech wants to merge with the 50 boys and the 12th Street boys into BMF. K9, the new plug, kills Big L and gives Meech her lips and 20 kilos. B. Mickey is walking that tightrope. Maddie had to kill Kato and wants to stay out of jail for the two bodies he got with J-Mo and Kato. T finds out Lucille pushed LaWanda to leave him to force T out of the game. Lamar is alive. Episode 202, Meech is getting groomed by K9. BMF is setting up in Cleveland now, or attempts to. T is struggling with Charles with how to run a family business and who runs it. Lucille opens up a credit card and Charles is pissed. They have an honest conversation. T gets the business more clients and stirs up trouble with another car service, touch of class. Charles hires another driver, a white woman named Denise. Meech sets up with Cuzzo James in Cleveland and gives a player deal to Rel, who crosses Meech. Meech pays Rel back by helping moms with groceries into the house and upping the strap on him in their house. B. Mick gets help from Brian with moving his mother to a better hospital situation. Also, we know what that's for information on BMF and Meech and them. Make it hot, bitch. Lamar kills a cop, then escapes the hospital with cousin Alvin. Episode 203, Meech has a baby with Mo. We did not know that. Meech's cousin James said they got jacked, but he took the money, bought him a car and shit. The D is headed for a drought. The nation is headed for a drought. T and Nikki get into an accident. Touch of class damaged their tires. B. Mick gave up a rival crew. Now BMF to Brian. He's still a snitch. K9 wants Meech to bring Travis alive. Lucille brings Pastor Swift into their bedroom. Charles doesn't like it. Meech is starting to see the effects of crack on his people, which is an addiction. Markeisha keeps giving T game. D fights back, touch of class with T, sugar in the tank of their cars and ruin Teek's brake line. Brian showed B. Mick the ultrasound picture of Kato at a makeshift mobile morgue. He wants B. Mick to tell Meech he has a new blood plug. Jen deals with trauma from her past and saves a vet. B. Mick and Meech find Travis with peaches. He busts and they bust back, killing him. Lamar woke up out of a body bag, showed up at Zoe's school, left them cream-filled Cadbury A's on Mo's door. B. Mick doesn't commit to setting up Meech. Lamar rolled up on the crew and shot Meech. Man, a lot of shit didn't happen. Episode 204, Meech caught 3 bullets. T came and took Meech from the hospital for safety reasons. Right as Lamar showed up at the hospital to kill Meech, Jen has Lamar and Meech at the station. The first one that yaps about who shot them gets to walk. BMF needs work, and B. Mickey ain't feel T coming to making decisions for BMF when he's number 2 in control. T gets Markeisha to hook him up with Boom. Boom gives him 5 kilos. Lucille was right, checking them hypocrites at church about her son Meech, praying for him. Some of the 12th Street boys step off from BMF, and Lamar killed them both for turning on him. T gets Denise to move 3 kilos for him to Lansing. She gets caught up by Brian and Jen. T has to leave the D for his fuck up and Meech for his safety. T and Markeisha get it in before he leaves. The boys head to Atlanta. Episode 205. Meech and T catch up with cousin James. Meech whooped his ass, takes his car. Meech and T have a conversation about the mothers of their children. T worries about Mo treating her nose when she's Denise's lifeline. The boys went to Earl. They got Earl down in Atlanta with $15,000 for work, and he said not in the drought. He advised them to find Pint. Boys met with Ty Washington, one of their guys. Goldie amps the boys up to shoot the dice and lose half of their bread. $7,500 on one roll. T tripping. Lucille wants to go on a church retreat. Charles ain't having it with the turmoil with the boys. Tells Denise she faces life, right? That's what Detective Brian tells Denise she faces life. Denise gets pressed by the boys with life. Mo comes in and gives the offer of doing a little time in jail, and they will pay for her son's college tuition. Lamar is out here chin checking cats for their money and jewels. Man, ask about Pint. and then asked for a front of 15 kilos. Not in the drought is what Ty Washington said. The boys asked about the pint. The boys roll up on Goldie and she arranges to help them get their money back from another dice game. Boys make their money back plus some at the game. Lucille accuses Sister Riley of sleeping with her husband and Charles sleeps with Mabel. Brian is trying to understand his son and his ways. He's just trying to be a good dad, but his son doesn't want to fight back. Gets B. Mick to handle the boys fucking with his son, Kevin. Ty agrees to sell the boys work, and they will find out Pine is Ty's guy. He charges a kilo to whip it up, and shows T how to whip. T says he's backing in 100% with his brother. Nicole called T about the man that killed Darius is at the house. Lucille prayed with Lamar, and he left the house after. Episode 206. The boys are back at home looking for Lamar. Lamar rolls up at the record shop and kills Saki. R.I.P. Saki. Brian shows up to the scene talking shit to Meech at the repass. Meech wants to bring in PA niggas at Soul Night. T tells his parents he's done with the high school. Charles wants to take Lucille out on the town. B-Mick has a heart-to-heart with Meech about them not calling and T being back in the game. Lamar takes a dog from somebody. Meech shows up at Soul Night and helps PA in the fight, and a bond is formed. Markeisha calls T after Boom kicks her and the kids out in the rain. Jen and Brian stake out T and have a moment. Brian takes 2 kilos from evidence to have B-Mick serve Meech. Charles hits Mabel again. Not hit, but hit that coach again. K9 owes Colombian plug $20 million. Meech wants to meet his plug. Lawanda's on some shit with T stealing his items. PA Cats tried to kill Lamar and he killed 2 of them. B-Mick told Meech he was wearing a wire and Meech took the 2 kilos. Man, that's a lot. We rolling though, right? That's what we came here for. Current episode, both sides of the fence. Synopsis. In a risky move that can cost them their lives, Meech and Terry travel to St. Martin to steal K9's Colombian Connect. All right, y'all. Favorite moments of the show. Boom. Here go my quotables. Let me get my beat. At least he came clean. Meech to T about B-Mick. T was talking shit like, man, I never fuck with cuz. Like, that's your second grade friend and shit. I ain't never like him. I never fuck with him. Man, fuck what he talking about. Meech to T. Meech to T over Swift comments at the repass about, reaping what you sow type shit and getting your spirit right and your life right because it's going to be a heavy burden to pay. Safety first, Meech. Always. I'm not finna meet with no goddamn cartel with no strap. We have to demonstrate trust and respect to solidify the deal. T and Meech, man. I love it. Writing is phenomenal, man. I talked to Lawanda and her mama, and they said, you've been acting real un-Christ-like about this baby. Lucille to T. It was funny because she came in the room, had the robe on, and Lucille have her moments where she's sexy as hell. Like, you know what I'm saying? That robe, you acting real un-Christ-like about this baby. Word. The reason I didn't bring a real translator is because me and you speak the same language. Money, man, Meech to the Colombians. Man, hey man, Meech is a motherfucker. I love Meech. Trying to get me to resort back to my East Side ways. The devil's a liar. Switch to the congregation. Man, when he put that thing out, East Side. You know what I mean? They know what that is. East Side, Long Beach. I love that. Right, man. A gangster don't need no motherfucking license. T, old school at the end, talking about B-Mick, because we know what B-Mick finna do, baby. All right, y'all, man, let's roll into this motherfucking episode and unpack it like your boy DZ can, man. Shout out to everybody, man. Let's talk about things to know about 207, break down what happened, my reaction to it. Meech, at Saki's funeral, right? Meech wanted to kill Brian at that repass. Y'all saw that shit, right? He wanted to kill his ass. He was looking at it, and Meech look at you like, Meech don't be playing, man. Look, Meech doesn't want to wait for K9 to find a new plug or overpay once the supply arrives. That's smart as fuck, but it's reckless. Meech takes a lot of chances, but it's smart. Yeah, we ain't got no work. We got to get the money, right? We owe him anyway. We owe Boom anyway. And then when the money comes because it's a drought, when the drugs come when it's a drought, then we got to overpay because it's a drought? Hell no. So I get it. Mo wants me to work with her to kill Lamar. She has a point because she doesn't have time for him to make a move, all the shit she's been through. But I could see her going down the slippery slope with falling back for this Lamar motherfucker while she acting like she's not trying to and getting her ass caught up. Like, so Mo got to be very careful because she's going to be doing shit without Meech knowing, and it's going to be a problem because she's going to have Lamar around his daughter. 10% is Raisin's price for hooking him up with the Colombians. Raisin is a shiesty motherfucker because He's doing all this shit behind his boss's back. So the boys got to know they can't trust this motherfucker at all. You know what I mean? So that's my thing. I love me some Meech. Because he be with the women. He be with the hoes. He be with everywhere. You know what I'm saying? He be with the women. He be with the hoes. He be everywhere. He love him some women, right? I do too. Like, he gets straight to it as well. Hey, yo, can I buy you a drink? And he got that, you know what I mean? I love Meech, man. I love Meech. Meech be kicking it, man. That's my nigga right there. I love Meech. Meech, man. Love that. This is my first time in St. Martin. That's what he said. I Meech. But that shit got his ass caught up and Rob fucking with the chick, you know what I'm saying? Why'd you put the jacket on my face for a nigga? They came and took all the shit. She went there to see all these motherfuckers coming. All right, then let me see what they on. Oh, you about pussy. You ain't about business, nigga. Man, I love this shit, man. So they meet with the Colombian cap. You know what I mean? Don't hold me over the coals for it. I ain't look at his name. I'm sloppy. They get 300 kilos instead of 100 kilos they asked for. Wow. And they like, that shit, how we gonna get that shit back? Nigga, that shit already there. That shit already there, man. Then Raisin, dumbass, gonna try to. He know where the work is at. So Raisin, you could have just went and got to work. Like, to be honest with you ain't even have to try to kill them motherfuckers. And Raisin crossed them. But what he told them to the Colombians anyway, oh yeah, they gonna kill K9 for you. They gonna do this, they gonna do that. Like, Raisin, no, nigga. So the PA cats killed him before he get to the boys with the dog. Like, just dumbass nigga. Like, it's always the greedy motherfucker, right? That's trying to do all this bullshit. So Charles came in the record store, some shit Charles did, and Meech told Charles he want to rat him out. He don't know how he could be with just one woman, but that's his mama, nigga. My mama been through enough heartbreak, nigga. I respect the shit out of Meech, nigga. I'm not finna break her heart over your ass, nigga, because I don't know how you do it with my mama. That's what Meech said. I respect that. Went to K9 like a motherfucking G, told him the real, told him about Raisin, that he wanted to set up K9, and that they set him up, and he wanted K9 dead and all that shit when he sent it down to Colombia. And they saved his life. It wasn't no backdoor shit, and I appreciate that shit. Meech is a stand-up man. Like, yo, man, I'm whatever happened, motherfucker. If you gonna kill me right now because I did that shit, you just gonna have to kill me, motherfucker. That's what he was on. Love Meech, man. Man, this shit, I'm telling you right now. Well, anyway, I can tell y'all at the end, no, but this is it for me, man. This is it for me. This BMF shit, man, is legit. T. Let's get to my boy T. T lets Meech know he never liked B Mick. He had a point about him, though. Like, he don't be around, he be bullshitting, he be MIA, he ain't doing this, he ain't doing that, he ain't standing up the way we need him to. LaWanda was gathering all the T things. Remember we talked about it last episode? Why the fuck is she gathering these things and taking them to a spiritual advisor? Spiritual advisor talking about, yeah, he got bad juju, and she giving them like blanket shit that they kind of already knew. But she was, I'm going to hold on to this. I'm going to take this. She was shicey. Mama looking at LaWanda looking at the mom like, yo, why the fuck y'all just didn't tell her we ain't with your shit? Because y'all searching so much to try to get your daughter away from this motherfucker instead of telling your daughter, yo, I've seen enough. He ain't fucking with you like that. Let's just go a different route. The problem is people don't want to be best friends. They want to be in love. You got to understand, these motherfuckers are in high school. They're in fucking high school. So I understand, yes, you can be with your high school sweetheart, but most of the time that shit don't happen. Let's keep it real. Y'all was fucking without no rubber. She got pregnant, and y'all trying to make that shit work as a family because everybody want their child to grow up with two-parent household type shit. The shit don't work. Learn how to be best friends. If motherfuckers be best friends and honest, that shit is way more phenomenal than staying in a toxic-ass relationship. Motherfucker. All right. So, the shit was a hoax. T is not meeting with the Colombians with Raisin, right? He's not with them doing that with Raisin. He ain't, I ain't fucking with Raisin. He don't need to be there. Told Meech he'll handle the Spanish shit. And Meech is a fool in the car the way he be talking to T. Like, L7, nigga. Like, man, they conversations is, I'm telling you, this show has some of the best writing, yo. Like, because we from the hood. So when you from the hood, you hear everything, you see everything. Shit be bugged out, man. This shit is phenomenal. So, T went up in there in the insurance joint, fucking with Markeisha. Like, oh no, you can go to her. And he up there talking to Dwayna, huh? And she was, man, trying to get that game up, like, you know what I'm saying? So he did what he had to do to get Markeisha back on. Excuse me, y'all. LaWanda's trying to trap T with another baby. Damn, hold on, y'all. LaWanda's trying to trap T with another baby. Fuck that, he's not feeling that shit. Man, I need some water like a motherfucker. Man, this might have to be a Confidence in the Clutch break like a motherfucker. Sorry, y'all. I apologize. LaWanda's trying to trap T with another baby, but he ain't feeling that shit. Yo, when he had Markeisha outside, Markeisha fine. We all know Markeisha fine. We all know Lala fine. But he let her know LaWanda might be pregnant again. And she, how you gonna take care of me? You got other responsibilities. I got money. Bitch, I got money. Bitch, don't worry about my other responsibilities. Bitch, as long as I take care of you, you straight. That's what he wanted to say. That's what he wanted to say in the shit, right? She told him one key thing. Remember, T, you are the closer in the deal. Don't let your brother close. You the closer, because she's seen her brother fuck up the deals, multiple deals. Remember, you're the closer. You've been getting shit done. Get this shit done. Meech put the press on the Colombians. They want K9 dead on some shit Raisin said. He wants to take on his debt for his life. I appreciate Meech. He's a man of principles. I love that shit. So that $20 million, I'm gonna pay his $20 million and y'all gonna let this man live. I ain't doing shit. That's a tall order from Meech, though. That's a lot of I respect it, though. I respect it. Now, T asked for 100 kilos up front. LaWanda stepped off on T once they got back and shit, right? But they ended up getting 300 kilos instead of the 100. Sorry, y'all, because my notes are everywhere. So they made the good deal. It was all good. T did come in and close that deal the way he was supposed to. So police roll up on LaWanda with the pictures and him eating out Markeisha and shit, and it's all good. Markeisha calls T, I need some help. She smashed the bottle over Boom's head. The bullshit, you don't know what it's like. That's why women don't come for it, because niggas got an opinion. It's some bullshit. No, you dumb. You a kept chick. You want to stay there for some of them, and the other ones are battered, abused women syndrome. You hoping they gonna change. You hoping they gonna change. You moth to a flame all the time until you get tired. Some women are too just traumatized and too weak to leave. We'll leave it at that. Lucille and Charles. T cashed out the car ride business down, T. That was something for your parents and shit, but they needed the money to get in this dope shit. That's fucked up. Charles said he was picking up the night shift. Bullshit, we know he ain't picking up the night shift. He's going to get some dark coochie on the night shift, right? So Lucille meeting with LaWanda and her moms, that shit is funny. Her moms ain't feeling T how he's moving. So it's like, you working the night shift. You said they're having a church retreat, Pastor Swifty. When you really meeting with LaWanda and her mama, he talking about he working the night shift, but really he trying to get some ass. Like, yo, Charles maybe went to the strip club. She got Charles a lap dance, talking about you have been with two women. He like, yeah, I'll have my girlfriend and my wife. He like, no, motherfucker, two women at the same time. They were trying to turn Charles out. So Charles was liking that shit, though. He was like, yeah, two women. But then Meech looked up like, Meech ass was right there like, yo. Charles got up out of there quick to the motherfucker. And Charles came to Meech, and Meech told him the truth. His secret is safe. Funny how the one you ridicule and destroy is the one you go to for help. Charles, karma like a motherfucker. Coach Bryant kidnapped B. Mick for them 2 kilos and threw a cigarette in the drink at the repast. Disrespectful ass nigga. Talking about how they need to make synthetic kilos to hand to Smitty to cover up the 2 that they lost. He took Smitty to fake kilos. Got the pics of T and Markeisha to try to flip LaWanda. That's what Jen wants to do. And shit finna get spicy on that shit because it's gonna be a wrap because LaWanda ain't fucking with T no more. Took the picture of T eating Markeisha and Markeisha. Then Kevin and Jen, Kevin is Brian's son, have great chemistry at the crib and shit. And Brian sees it, likes it, gave Jen a hug, and then end up kissing her. And then it was a wrap with that shit. You know what I mean? But Kevin was at the window. I don't know if he liked it or not. That's what we got to see next episode. B. Mickey got his ass out the trunk. Found out Mom's passed 2 days ago when he got out. He's going to kill motherfucking Bryant. Motherfucker. You got me over some shit you wanted me to do. Didn't have no backup plan for if Meech run out this bitch on your undercover shit. And now you mad at me. You kidnapped me, nigga. And my mama died while I'm in this bitch. I'm killing your motherfucking ass. That's what it is. That's what it is. Lamar. He falling for the shit with Mo because he want Mo back so bad. But she talking about, we got to build that trust back. We got to build that trust back, Lamar. Like, that shit funny. Like, Blackie's losing his life. Lamar walked with the dog up in the church, like, took him to church. Can you save me? Can you save him, Pastor? And Swift couldn't save him. And he talking shit to Swift. I thought you was the man of God, and this my house now, and all this shit like that. Swift said, man, I'm not going to tell you again. You're going to have to chill, man. And Swift said, nigga, get out. Swift pulled that strap out of his motherfucking thing, out the road, man. I'm like, yo, you can't make this shit up. Like, yo, excuse me. In the congregation, like, they like, pastor. Them three niggas stood up like, hold up, Kim. Like, how many pastors be holding, huh? If I was a pastor, I'd be holding two in church. K9. The rich man, poor man party at this spot. I love the thought. You motherfuckers come in here, we're going to go get this shit to niggas in the hood, fam. Just whatever gifts y'all bring, we're going to pass this shit around the hood to enough motherfuckers we know who need it. I don't see that honor now. I don't see that code now. D-boys bring money and gifts and get to the poor. That shit dope as fuck. But he shot his moms for stealing from him in the fight. Cold. He a cold motherfucker, man. This motherfucker's ruthless as hell. So K9 says when he brings Meech in, when he finds out that Meech went down to Colombians with the plug, he said he knew Raisin was on some bullshit already, and he would have took the connect as well. He told Meech, like, tell your man to put his weapon away. This mentorship is over, nigga. You're a boss now. Like, fuck that shit, man. I love that, man. K9, man. K9, a real motherfucker. Right? Yeah, nigga. All right, y'all. This shit, you can't make, man. This shit is getting so fucking good, man, this show, man. All right, let's get into what I predicted. Next episode predictions. What I predicted. Swift tells the boys to repent or perish. Yep. At Saki's repass. Meech wants to set up that meeting with the Colombians, but T doesn't trust it, right? Because Raisin, he don't trust Raisin. Meech wants to go from buyers to suppliers. Yep, he wanted to be able to supply everybody. T doesn't believe going behind K9's back is a good move. It wasn't, but it worked out. Boys meet with the Colombians. Yep, they get it together. They played themselves at first, but they was able to seal the deal. Remember, these motherfuckers are in high school. These motherfuckers are in high school, fam, making these moves. Damn. Meech wants to put Lamar out of commission for good. Markeisha calls T for help. We know what that was about. Next episode, what I think, episode 208. As always, I appreciate the domestic violence hotline number in the beginning. For all of you suffering through domestic violence, please call that number. They have ways to help get you out that situation. I appreciate that. Meech talking about they came from sharing each other's clothes to the block, brought them here where they at, where they fly as fuck, got all this money. T talks focused though. It can't be about the money, it has to be about the principle, what we're trying to do to probably possibly get in, get our shit and get the fuck up out of here because this shit don't last too long. You see B Mick walking with the hoodie on, he's gonna kill fucking Brian. Meech gets them a car wash to hide in plain sight, to clean the dough and move the dope. Meech doesn't trust Markeisha. And he shouldn't because that's Boom Girl. And now they are a boss over Boom. So type shit, he ain't gonna do nothing but want to try to fuck with them and possibly kill them because it's gonna turn into territory beef and they the man now. You can't do that. LaWanda fronts Meech about Markeisha and T because T brought Markeisha to the skating ring where they be at. And LaWanda got to see this shit front in her face. She's gonna do some snitch shit on Brian. With Brian, of course, we know it's coming. And Meech asks B if Brian ever registered him as a confidential informant, a CI, because if he's not registered, he ain't got to do shit. But if he is registered, he might have a little power, and we can use B Mick to help fuck Brian from the inside out and set B Mick on some other shit as far as possibly taking on competition. I don't know if they're snitching or whatever, but we're trying to see where Meech's going with this. For my money, this show is phenomenal. This shit is phenomenal. You know, the Raising Kanan and this shit, man, this shit is phenomenal, man. I'm sorry. Like, Little Meech needs some type of award because he's playing the shit out of this role. For real. Just like Patina Miller's playing the shit out of Rock. You know what I mean? This brother, without years of training or years of being in shows, is hitting this shit out of the fucking park, man. Yeah, and the decision has made. BMF is smoking his ghost shit. Like, for real. And it's, I know, y'all. I'm in the Power universe. I love it. And I know, I'm not pitting two young black actors against each other. I'm not. Like 50 and the shit they was going through with him and Michael Rainey, Meech and Michael Rainey. I think it's healthy competition from the same camp. It's like, yo, we got to make each other better. Think Dog Pound. You know what I mean? Think Dipset. Think The Rock. Think The Locks. Think of camps. You know what I mean? But still sharpen steel. We're going to make each other better. You shine, I shine. We all shine together, man. I love this shit, man. This show is phenomenal. So we got 3 episodes left. So we're going to see where this shit go, man. But they got to get back to this Atlanta shit, man. I really want to see. They got 300 kilos. So there's going to be some major shit going down to Atlanta and worldwide, man. So I love this shit, man. Let me know what y'all think. Hit me on social media. Let me know what you agree with, disagree with, or indifferent about. Hit me in the comments on YouTube. Let me know. You know what I mean? Make sure we keep the same energy, man. I don't give a fuck, man. Good, bad, or indifferent. Like I said, I'm with it, man. I just love y'all take the time out of y'all day to listen or watch me and my perspective on a show that we both love and like. You know what I mean? Ain't no hate. So do what y'all need to do. Get your confidence together. Get your clutch together. Listen to and follow the network, various platforms. Confidenceintheclutch.podbean.com or wherever you listen to your podcast, search Confidence in the Clutch. Follow, share, rate, and review. It's important. Follow us on Twitter, Instagram at K and the K. Visit us on Facebook at Confidence in the Clutch. All you got to do is put at K and the K anywhere. You're going to find me Twitter, Instagram, YouTube. You feel me? And that's it, man. Weekly. Donald Nelson, DZ, D's us. DZD, D's Don P, Don D, Don Rilla, host the BMF Reverberation podcast. The Confidence in the Clutch podcast about the hit TV series BMF. Have a safe and healthy night. If you're listening during the daytime, credit great day on purpose, y'all. You know what it is. We out this bitch. Peace. 3, 2, 1. Confidence on 3, in the clutch on 6. 1, 2, 3.
Confidence.
4, 5, 6.
In the clutch.
Confidence.